What's up, Sen Squad? Welcome back to another Brawl Stars video. Today we're going to be talking about how you can get tokens faster in Brawl Stars, because chances are a lot of you probably don't even think about it. You just sort of get tokens passively whenever you do games and you complete quests every now and then. But I want to figure out the absolute fastest way to get tokens by playing the least amount of games. So let's start by talking about the general ways you can get tokens. So obviously you have your 200 daily tokens that you can get just by playing the games, and it rewards you more for victory, fewer for loss, but it's 200 every 24 hours, and that's fixed. You also get your 60 daily tokens from tapping on new events, and you also get 200 tokens from your 2 daily quests. And there's actually only one other source of tokens in the game, and that is your weekly quests. And this is where all of the optimization lies, because you can actually get these tokens significantly faster and save yourself hundreds of games grinding these quests, which will give you a lot more time to do things that aren't quests. So essentially, the whole idea I'm trying to get to here is that if you wait to do your weekly quests until the very end of the Brawl Pass season, the last week or so, you obviously don't want to make it too late because then you won't have enough time to fully complete them. But if you wait until they all build up towards the end, there will be so many quests that a lot of them will be for duplicate things. They'll either have quests for the same mode or the same brawler, or they just straight up might be the exact same quest. And so when you do a game in that specific mode that has like 4 quests assigned to it, you're going to be getting points counted towards every single quest at the same time. Whereas if you did those quests one at a time, you would have to completely fill up that one quest bar, wait for the next week's quest to come out, completely fill up that quest bar, and so on. So a lot of you probably have heard about this strategy before, but how much faster does it actually make this token farming? So let's take a look at the numbers. So there's usually a pretty even split, half and half, between brawler and event quests that you get, and obviously the brawler quests are going to be the main bottleneck and slowing you down because they're a lot harder to stack, because there are 39 different brawlers but only 8 different modes. There are 6 3v3 modes and then solo and duo showdown. And just for reference, if we take a look at the amount of tokens you're going to get per game when you're trying to complete these quests, for medium quests, which give you 250 tokens, on average, I'm assuming they're going to take about 8 games, because I know a medium quest is just win 5 games with this brawler. So assuming a slightly higher than 50% win rate, which is what most people are going to have, which I've talked about in previous videos, then it'll settle in at about 8 games on average it's going to take you to complete that quest. And I'm assuming that Supercell has balanced everything, and it'll also take a similar amount of games to complete other medium quests. And then for the large quests that give you 500 tokens each, it's going to take probably about 12 games, because for those you need to win 8 games is one of the requirements. So just some quick division gives us that you get about 31 tokens per game when you're trying to complete medium quests, and you get 42 tokens per game when you're trying to complete 500 token quests. And then in terms of the actual numbers of these quests that you're going to be getting, every week you get 3 medium quests and 3 large quests, and if you have the Brawl Pass bought, then you're going to get an extra 2 medium quests every week. So by the end of the Brawl Pass, which is 10 weeks long, just multiply those numbers by 10, you're going to have 30 medium quests and 30 large quests. And then with the Brawl Pass, you'll have an extra 20 medium quests, so 50 medium quests total. Now we can look at how much you're going to actually be able to stack these quests and determine how many tokens you can get per game by stacking all these different quests on top of each other, as compared to if you didn't stack any quests and you just did them as they came. So without the Brawl Pass, like I said, 30 medium quests and 30 large quests. So 60 quests total, which means if we're assuming they're evenly split between brawler and mode quests, that's 30 brawler quests and 30 mode quests. Since we have 8 different modes and we fit them into 30 different quests, that means on average 6 different modes are going to have 4 quests and 2 modes are going to have 3 quests. And regardless of how it's assigned, I know there can be some variance. Maybe one mode would have 5 quests and another one would have lower, like 2 quests. There is guaranteed to be at least one mode with 4 quests. And in terms of the brawlers, since there are 39 brawlers but only 30 brawler quests, it is possible that there is no duplication, but it is very, very likely that at least one brawler will have at least 2 quests assigned to it. So if you just pick the mode that has 4 quests and the brawler that is very likely going to have 2 quests assigned to it, that means you're going to be doing 6 quests at once if you run that brawler in that specific mode, which means if you just use the numbers from before, that's 3 quests times 31 tokens per game plus the 3 quests times the 42 tokens per game, which in total means you're going to be getting 219 tokens per game if you play this way. That's actually a huge number, because that's more than your daily reward that you get in a single game. And this isn't even just like a one-time occurrence. You can still be getting these really high high amounts of tokens per game if you continue to do the rest of your quests that are stacked. So obviously this is an insane amount of tokens that you're getting per game, and in fact, if you wanted to get all 22,500 tokens that you need to complete all your quests in an entire season, using this number that we just determined, it's going to likely take about 150 to 200 games. And this is accounting for the fact that obviously this token per game number is a bit towards the high end, and there's also going to be other inconsistencies, like sometimes your quests aren't going to finish at the same time. Like all of that taken into account, it's probably going to be about 150 to 200 games. Now, if you did all these quests one by one, meaning it takes the 8 games to complete the medium quests and the 12 games to take the large quests like I was talking about before, then it would take 600 games to fully complete all of these quests. So that's 3 times longer, 3 times as many games that you're going to have to do if you don't stack your quests, which is obviously really significant. Now we can also look at the stats if you bought the Brawl Pass as well. So now you're going to have 40 brawler quests and 40 mode quests because you get those extra 20 medium quests, so a total of 80, and that means that each mode is going to have 5 quests on average, and at least one brawler is guaranteed to have 2 quests. Now likely several brawlers are going to have 2 quests, but we can guarantee now that at least one brawler will, because we have more brawler quests than we do brawlers. So if you just pick a mode that has 5 quests and you pick the brawler that has 2 quests, then you're doing 7 quests at the same time. So on average it'll probably be 3 big quests and 4 medium quests that you're doing at the same time, or 2 big quests and 5 medium quests. So that's going to get you in the range of 237 to 250 tokens per game, which is just a little bit higher than if you didn't buy the Brawl Pass. So to get all 27,500 tokens from the quests in the season, including the Brawl Pass exclusive quests, it's probably going to take you about 200 to 250 games, all things considered. It is more because while you do get that more stacking of quests, because there's just a higher quantity of quests, in general there's going to be more types of things that you're going to have to do, so it will take a bit longer overall. And then we can compare this 200 to 250 number that it would take if you stack the quests to 760 games that it would take you doing those quests one by one, which once again is higher by about a factor of 3, so a really insane difference here. Now once again, keep in mind this isn't increasing the total number of tokens that you're getting, since you can't really change that at all within the game, just apart from making sure you're doing all your quests, but it significantly optimizes the time which it takes you to get all these token rewards, and frees up a ton of time for you to play whatever brawler you want in whatever mode you want while still progressing in the game, making sure you're completing the Brawl Pass and unlocking all that cool stuff. So make sure to join the Send Squad by subscribing, turning on notifications, and going to your settings and enabling notifications there as well. But that's all for today, guys, so see you later.